y'all, welcome back to my channel. This is a so-called Virgo Life, doing another movie review about Mr. Crocket. Also, if you haven't watched it already, let's just say you are in for a treat. Um, Honestly, I didn't know what to expect when I first watched it. I watched it this past weekend. Me and my bestie or whatnot. She the one who found it and picked it out and was like, "Yeah, we gotta watch it," just based off the movie poster. Um, so I'm gonna insert a clip about the beginning of the movie. Y'all can watch it, and then I'm gonna give y'all my review because it's just like a little beginning of the movie or whatever. I'm not gonna talk about the whole movie just in case y'all decide to go watch it. So no spoilers or whatnot. But watch the clip, and I'll be right back. Okay, now that that is done and over with, y'all can leave a comment, below of what y'all think the movie is going to be like. Cause I'm not gonna front. Just from the beginning of the movie, it kind of gave me Nightmare on Elm Street meets The Poltergeist meets Mr. Rogers, I guess you could say. So it really took me for a loop. But the thing that pissed me off about the beginning of the movie is when you have a spouse that is not your child's parent and he or she is acting the way that this guy was acting. I'm sorry, I would have took my son and went about my business. Granted, you know, um the son probably was full, or maybe he just didn't like the food, or whatever the case may be. But to force a child to eat something and they constantly telling you that they are full, to me, is child abuse. I don't care what you say about it. It is child abuse, forcing somebody, forcing a child to eat when they're already full. And then, if they get sick, then you're going to want to be mad at them because, of course, they threw up everywhere. Um, but the mom could have did more to me. And I know it's a movie, yes. But let's just say they have people that deal with this in real life too. So I feel as though the mom could have did more, could have had more of a backbone or whatever the case may be. But what stuck out to me was when the show that was on the TV that the child was watching just paused and started glitching. And I was like, oh, snap, it's about to go down. Because normally when you see stuff like that on a movie, you already know what's going to come next. They either going to come through the TV or they going to turn all the lights off in the house. Something is about to happen. So when that happened and he's looking at the dad talking crazy to the son, I was like, ooh, I hate to be him right now because it just the mood itself. And then you could tell from the music. The music itself told, like, said it all. So when he basically came in the door and the son is like, oh, it's Mr. Crocket. He didn't know what to expect either because it's Mr. Crocket. You don't expect for this guy to come out the TV and attempt to kill your stepfather or whatever the case may be, but that's just what pretty much ended up happening or whatnot because he didn't like the way the stepdad was talking to the son and was like, yeah, children are a gift. You pretty much taking your parenting for granted or whatever the case may be. And honestly, the mom took too doggone long to come out the bathroom. I'm like, you hear all this ruckus going on in your house and you just sitting there listening. If my child is out in the front room with a step parent, with um, a family member, with a friend, I don't care who is, but if I hear something that sounds sus, I'm coming out the bathroom. So it's like by the time she got herself together and came out the bathroom, everything was said and done, and now your son is gone. Where did the son go? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's crazy. But the lead actress of this movie, which I was mildly surprised because I hadn't seen her since she left Grey's Anatomy, she did such a great job playing the mother to her son, or whatever the case may be. And it took me a minute to understand whether that was her stepson or whether that was her son, that he was just, living with the father, or whatever the case may be. But it touched bases on the fact that, I guess the dad must have passed away um, doing service duty, or whatever the case may be. And so now the son have to live with her like full time. And don't get me wrong, I love kids. I love respectable kids. But this little boy, when I tell you, several times throughout the movie, before things hit the fan, because I'm not going to, just like I said, this is not a spoiler or whatever, but you'll see, like, once everything came to a head and some stuff went down, in a lot of ways, I'm like, well, shoot, he think things are better done his way, or whatever the case may be. Let him go about his business, and he gonna find out. He messed around and he found out that, yeah, everything that glitter isn't gold, or whatever the case may be. And she also ends up realizing that, yeah, she could have said and did some things better. But I am not an advocate for gentle parenting. I feel as though you should say what you mean and mean what you say, and there shouldn't be no backpedaling. And there was a lot of backpedaling on her end. So um, I'm trying to see. It's like before things went down with her son, it was a scene like before that, to where, this little girl, she was dealing with her dad not really paying her attention, not giving her attention, and stuff like that. And, you know, the mother from the beginning of the movie, she tried to warn the first mother that, yeah, if you don't keep your eyes on your child, that your child gonna end up pretty much like her son, or whatever case may be. But the little girl, she wasn't a bad kid. She just um she really wanted her dad's attention, but the dad was too hung up doing his own thing, and you'll see when you watch the movie. But he was just too busy in his head, and of course, the TV blinked out for whatever reason. I don't recall at the time, but she ends up trying to get the TV to work. She go get the dad to try to get the TV to work, and instead of the dad pretty much being present and also lucid to what she needed done to the TV, he was too busy trying to get back to doing what he calls quote unquote grown up things. And because of that, what ends up happening is Mr. Crocket showed up there and did whatever he did to the dad, because the dad pretty much was still doing grown up things, and Mr. Crocket decided to teach the dad a lesson. And after that lesson was taught, he ended up taking the daughter with him wherever it is that I guess he called TV Land or whatever. Um, so it's like it went from that situation to where now we back at the lead actress, the lead's mom's house, and with her son, and of course they get into it about his behavior or whatnot, and some things were said that shouldn't have been said, and of course Mr. Crockett was listening to everything, and next thing you know, Mr. Crockett, now you see him, now you don't. Watch the movie, you'll find out. So but a lot of things transpired. She pretty much teamed up with, like, I want to say, this guy and the mom from the first clip of the movie, and they teamed up trying to get a hold of the kids. That was the whole main thing. They was trying to get a hold of the kids, to rescue the kids, trying to find out where the kids were at. So now at this point, I'm really suspicious of everybody at this point, because the guy that just randomly decided that he just wanted to help her, he was really shysty, really shady. I really didn't trust nothing he was saying, because he just was not, he seemed like he wasn't all there in the head. And once they got together and they teamed up, some things happened to the first mom. Um, and you'll find out about that as well. But I was so sad about that, because all she wanted was to get her son back. And she wanted to do it under any means necessary. So we gonna fast forward, because I don't want to give away too much. But we gonna fast forward, and what ends up happening is they finally do make it into Mr. Crockett's world, and some things transpired between um I hate calling her Grey Anatomy, but that's gonna be her nickname. Whatever transpired between Grey's Anatomy and the guy that recruited her to help find his sister. I think that's what it was at the time. The lie that he told her. Um, she found out that he pretty much played her and used her as bait to get into Mr. Crockett land. And some things was done, because Mr. Crockett recognized the man, but didn't recognize the man. He was like, yeah, the person that you pretending to be, he was a little boy, you're a grown man. I don't deal with adults. And he did whatever he did to him, which he was well deserved to have done. Because why would you do that? Why would you lie to them people like that? But what ends up happening is, you know, um, since he done brainwashed the children and stuff like that, she's trying to get her son to kind of snap up out of it, because everybody's pretty much brainwashed. And you'll see, like, it's some type of spell he put on them to where they only hear him, they only listen to him. And it's like a whole sequence to me that reminded me of, if y'all haven't watched Scary Story or Scary Bedtime Stories, that a particular scene in that movie reminded me. They had a space in time where that happened, because she had to end up trying to run away from all the kids, because they were supposed to be playing hide and seek or whatever, and she was supposed to hide. And of course, the kids pretty much had to find her, but the kids were not acting normal. I'll put it like that. And these kids made the children of the corn look like Teletubbies, the way they were acting. But by the time everything was said and done, Mr. Crockett thought he had won the hide and seek game. Some kind of way, her son, pretty much played Mr. Crockett and took something from Mr. Crockett. You will see. He took something from Mr. Crockett that helped them escape from Mr. Crockett land. So, fast forward into the end of the movie. By the end of the movie, everything is the way that it's supposed to be and things like that. Um, it was a happy ending until it wasn't. I'ma just leave it like that. Everything seemed right as rain until it wasn't. Because I was not expecting that ending. But man, that movie took me through so many emotional roller coasters, to where it's like I was mad at the son, then I was mad at the mom, then I'm like, what is going on, then I'm crying, then I'm laughing, then I'm like, what in the world? But it is really a good movie. If you haven't seen it, please by all means go watch it. If I'm able to um get the link together, I will put the link in the comments so y'all could go watch it. It's on Hulu. As far as I know, it's the only place that it's playing. Um, Also, if y'all have any more movies that y'all want me, I keep asking and y'all don't never respond really. But if y'all have any more movies that y'all want me to do, like a movie review of, or a breakdown of, or whatever the case may be, by all means, leave it in the comments down below. Don't be shy. Also, I'm thinking about doing a movie review of the Conjuring franchise because I want to break down the whole Conjuring Annabelle franchise. And of course, it's me being a Virgo because things have to make sense for me to really understand the storyline. And yes, I know movies are for entertainment, but I can't be entertained when I'm distracted by a storyline that don't make sense. So, I want to say the next uh, video upload will be a breakdown, not all at once. I'm going to probably do a break it up into several videos or whatnot of the Conjuring universe. But I'm gonna get off of here because I have some things to do. I'm in the middle of moving. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below whatever it is that you want me to, you know, review next. Or even if it's just some constructive criticism, because I don't really do this for real. But it's just fun. And it kills time for the time being of me moving or whatever. So, with that being said, if nobody haven't told you yet, I'm proud of y'all. I love y'all, and have a great day. Peace.